Hi everybody, welcome to the video number 3 of Traffic Domination free list building training video. Okay, so on day 12, if you haven't watched the roadmap of free list building training roadmap of day 1 to 11, please make sure to watch the previous videos, which is video number 2, to understand the whole processing of getting unlimited free traffic to your website. Let's get into the day 12. This is where you're going to write a review post, but it with a twist, like a lot of what we do in this training video course. So you're going to write a review in the form of a comparison. So you go into take two popular ideas, beliefs, service, or products, and you're going to compare them directly to each other to find out which one is the best for your audience. So you need to list the pros or the cons of each of these, and then also include alternatives for the people who may not want to go down either one of those two products that you suggest. You might also want to include your affiliate links in there too. So let's move on to the day 13, and this is where you go in to try a listicle. So you go in to map out the top 5, the top 7, whatever you choose is going to be the top S in your industry, and is very powerful and they awesome to get target traffic to your website in large volumes. But the headline is going to be vital, just like everything that we correct. The headline and the copyright in that use. Copywriting is probably the most important skill you can learn, and make sure that your headlines are very strong. And I'm going to give you a couple of formulas that you can use. So number plus desirable result. So for example, 3 days to get the spark back in your relationship, or another formula is a number plus warning plus a bad result. For example, 3 warning signs that your partner is cheating. So this will immediately set the alarm bell of anyone who is in the relationship who think the partner might not be completely faithful. So use that formula number plus a desirable result, or the number plus 1 bad result. Use those in your listicle. So day number 14, we got broadcasting. So in your spreadsheet, I want you to make a list of journalists, radio shows, and podcasts that previously featured people in your industry. There are no shortage of podcasts, so you can find people on websites like radioguestlist.com, helpareporter.com, sourcebottle.com, hitchrate.com, hacktweet.com. As a survey, there are no shortage of podcasts and radio shows that feature people like you. So just make a list for today. Spend your 30 minutes doing that. So day 15, I want you to open up your spreadsheet and list multiple recognized figures in your industry. I want you to think about authors and celebrities, people who have media presence, and people who have been featured in the news. So have a look on Amazon.com, have a look through the books to find others, maybe find DVDs, have a look on Google News, and you will find notable recognizable people in your niche. And I want you to just list these people out today. So write down as many as you can inside today's 30 minutes window. And then on the day 16, we're going to contact those celebrities. You are going to request an interview with them. Now you might have to go through a PR firm for that, or a publishing company to arrange it. That's okay. That's not a big deal. These people are professionals. They want to expose you for their clients, so you are being of service to them and you helping them out. Now approaching celebrity that are currently promoting something, so maybe a book or DVD training course. I'm more inclined to be interviewed as opposed to celebrity or authority figure who are taking a few months off. So remember that most people will ignore you when you do this, and this is fine. That's just the nature of the beast. You only need one. If you get more than that, you really got the golden nugget. But you only need one to make this really pay off for you. And we're going to inject the controversy to really make this interview pay up later on. So I want you just contact the celebrity today, arrange the interview with them. And here the handy template that I have used, and so you can have it too. So hi there, my name is, my reader are a big fan. Have you work, and I would like to request a quick interview with you to talk about your new book. The interview will only take 5 to 10 minutes, and most of the questions will be from your fan. This is important because everybody wants to appeal their phone, be seen as the nice guy, right? So if you have a question from your email list about XYZ celebrity, once they got confirmed the interview, of course, you may want to email your list saying, hey, we arranged an interview with this person. What are your questions? And I use this strategy to talk to some pretty famous people in the past, just using the fan angle. It's really powerful. It works amazing. And then you finish it up with, I can forward the question in advance. If you like to review them first, they can edit out any ones if they don't like it. And then again, you finish with the best regard, your name, your website, and your phone number. You have to make it real. Make it clear that you are your legit person, that if they need to, they can just pick up the phone and speak to you. So you can download this free list building and training roadmap, the spreadsheet, and the template. Links in the description down below. Day 17, fighting blockers. So remember, we have been blog commenting. Today, I want you to find the contact detail for the webmaster and blogger who own the website that you have been commenting on. Go through this process. I will start to see your name and get a feel for who you are as a person, so you're not going in completely cold at the moment. And to find their contact detail, you should go to the website whois.ican.org and find their telephone number or their address or the email address, and it's on public record. Okay, this is not unethical. You're not stealing anything private, or you not invade their privacy. You're not stealing their data in any way. On that information, if they allow it, if they want the information to be public, then it will be through the website Whois. So once you have a list of the webmaster's website you've been commenting on, I want you to have a look at their blog and examine what kind of content is missing or what information could be present in the different way. And here you go into find gap in the website that you feel later on. So let's move on to the day 18. Today we go into contact those bloggers, and you will have to pick up the phone sometime to do this. I find that terrifying myself, but I've done it. Yeah, it's kind of scary. The first like 3 seconds of that call like okay, but once you got into it, you really don't have the time or the energy or the brain resource to be scared. I mean, you can do this via email if you want to, but I find out that picking up the phone and speak in person speak volume compared to what everybody else doing, because everybody is pitching this guy idea for the guest blog, requesting their energy and the time, that kind of thing. You know, where you are bypassing on that noise, you not go into their inbox. You just picking up the phone and speaking to them directly, and it's harder for them to ignore you that way. So I want you to pick at least 3 ideas for guest blog posts. The posts have to add massive value to their audience. So think about what's missing on the blog. On the website, contact the blogger with a page that fills in the gap and resist the temptation to ask about their link policy. Don't make it about you or your link at the moment. And then the next day, day 19, you want to drive your blog post. When you think it's done, when you think you finish your blog post, I want you to save it as a draft and then resist the urge to email. Because what's going to happen is we're going to return to this tomorrow and we're going to really make it shine. We're going to polish it up, and then this blog post will be added to your portfolio of guest blog that you can use to demonstrate your knowledge to other bloggers in the coming weeks and months. So keep a record of everything. So today is day 20. You're going to return to your blog post. So you sleep on it for a night and you've given yourself some time and space to find new ways to improve it. So I know what it's like when you work on a project. It's never really done, right? So yesterday you saved it. You probably carry on thinking about it in the back of your head. You sleep on it. You woke up today, maybe with some new idea how to improve it a little bit. So you go through it again, proofread it, make some edit, change it, spend the time to get some facts and figures, find out the trend, have a look at videos, get some diagram for chat, all that kind of stuff. It goes a long way to increasing the perceived value of your guest post. And once you spend that extra time on it, proofread it again by reading out loud. This is really important. You're going to feel stupid doing this. I know that, but actually verbalize as you reading is up the string. And if it flows naturally, if it sounds good, if it doesn't sound like read like you writing, if it sounds like a natural flow, conversational, then it's good to go. And then day 21, I want you to submit your guest post. And once your guest post has been published, send a thank you note and mention how you like to do it again in the near future. Now take the time to promote your guest post on forum and on the group. Obviously, stay within the parameter and the rules of the groups and forums of what they allow. And don't forget to email it to your list. Promote it whenever you can. Stick around on that guest post, answer the questions, interact with the community. Take the time to really help them become an asset to that community too. And also keep an eye on your analytics and take stock of the traffic you're receiving from that source. So here's the guest post templates that I have got for you. So this is what I have used for works for me. I'm a blogger from your website. I like to inquire about guest posting opportunity on your blog. We actually spoken about few times on the comments, and I noted there isn't many posts about XYZ. I like to contribute posts because I'm knowledgeable in this area, and I believe it will be a value to your readers. Special guest, your name, your website, and phone number. Now this is an email template if you want to use email. Alternatively, if you're picking up the phone, this isn't a bad place to start either. You can download this free list building training roadmap, the spreadsheet, and templates. Link in the description down below. Day 22, journalists. Remember, you make a list of journalists, radio show, and podcast, that kind of thing. In today, you want to contact them with news of your credibility interview. So in the meantime, we have conducted the interview with the celebrity. We inject a little bit of controversy in there. Maybe the celebrity has said something controversial, which we can really use that at the hook. And today we go in to contact the journalist, radio show, and podcast with news of this celebrity interview. Now, not all will respond, of course, but you only need one. And then it had this domino effect where it gets picked up from other websites in your niche, and also news websites, which are really good. So play on the controversial aspect of the interview and provide your research. So journalists, I know from experience how mostly lazy, they won't be able to do the work for themselves, do the heavy lifting. That is why press releases are in such a widespread use, because journalists should take that. You does the story. So you do the heavy lifting form. Okay, write your press release. Don't make it about your company so much. Don't make it about you. Make it about celebrity and their controversial that you have injected into it. So you need to start a negotiation with journalists, radio show and podcast. So you are making a deal with them really. You will guarantee them the scoop, exclusivity to the story. If they credit your website as a source. Now you have to think about which sources are best for you in terms of traffic and relevancy to your niche. So once you do this right, you will receive a flood of traffic from other websites that republish the article and report on it along your lovely natural backlinks. And here is the template to make sure life really easy for you. So you say, "Hi, JNM. I recently engaged in a short interview with where she claims suggests it's on the record. I'm offering you the exclusive. If you're interested, please give me a call on your phone number." And then we finish again with your name, website, phone him, so you can do this. Email, where you can pick the phone and speak to the journalist. If you fall through two news organizations, go for the news desk. That's where you want to go to. They will be rude to you. That's their job. There's a gatekeeper. If the editor is interested in that story, he will then refer that story to the journalist and they will contact you. Alternatively, you can find journalists who have reported on something similar and then approach them directly using this template. And then day 23, today we go into link industry aggregator website. Aggregator website queries the best content from the other website every day. And they recommend it to their reader to think about websites like On Top News, Nows.co.uk, and the websites are very high traffic and getting features on a regular basis. Check persistencies. So list out these aggregator websites. Have a look on Google to find them. They usually accept or accept submissions. And then on day 24, you go in to submit your website to as many at the relevant aggregator site as you can. And you will typically submit your RSS feed to them. Next day 25, so we have been busy. Haven't we heard today? We want to take a little bit of change in the direction, and we go in to map out a bit of land coming into the final week. But this will result in a massive traffic to your website, and this is one of the most effective strategies I have ever found. So you go in to give blogs within your niche a top 10 most brilliant award. So what you going to do later on in the week is you going to send them a badge of honor that they can display on the website. Now listen, most people won't do that. That's okay because it's a bit big ask. So most won't. But if they don't display your banner, your badge on their sidebar, they might mention you on social media, on their blog, and on their email list. So for this, we need to create an award badge that we can send to them later on. So go to the Fiverr.com, hire a graphic designer to make a sidebar badge, maybe a little shield or some overlooking, best in industry, that kind of thing. And this badge will be awarded to select blog that you list at the very best in your industry later on in the week. And we get the badge made today because it's gonna take a few days for the graphic designer to make it and bring it back to you. Day 26. So while you're waiting for the graphic designer to do that, I want you to examine as many blogs in your niche as you can within the 30 minutes today. And I want you to rank them by your estimation of popularity. You can use similar webs. You can use Quantquest or Alexa. Website like that will allow you to see how popular a website is. So I want you to make a short list of 10 blogs that will you think appreciate your work, are likely to respond with a word of caution. High profile blog might not care. So mix things up a little bit and include low to medium traffic blogs as well. Okay, day 27. Today, you go into email or phone your 10 chosen blogs and give them the good news. So you haven't published anything publicly yet. You want to make it clear that the winner have not been revealed publicly, but it will be announced in 3 days from now. So you given them a deadline. You really tell them that you will send them the URL the same day that you announce on the article go live, and you will send them a badge so they can display the award on their site if they want to. Here is the award contract template that I had using. It's going to work for you too. So you will say something like this: I am pleased to inform you that your website has been chosen as the top 10 website in your niche. The announcement will be made public on your blog, and 3 days from now I will drop you a quick note with the URL once we review the winner and send you the award badge should you wish to display on your website. Best regards. Your name, your website, your phone number. You can download this free list building training roadmap, the spreadsheet, and the template link in the description down below. So on today 28, because we know that we're going to receive a massive influx of traffic in the next couple days, we have to work from a place from anticipation. We are anticipating the new traffic that we are about to receive. So we make sure that our best content is upfront and center. So for this, we're going to write a detailed Howto article. This is where you really show up your knowledge and your skill in your niche. And on this new visitor come to your site, they can see you are fantastic resource that they should pay attention to. So in order to do that, I want you to solve the most pressing problem in your niche from start to finish. So I want you to go in depth, make it step by step. If you can simplify something that is perceived as complicated, and the content must be transformational, so your reader can achieve something by the end of the article. And obviously, throughout the article, encourage them to subscribe to email lists through things like list magnet, content upgrade, and call to action in there. So day 29. Today you go into hijack a news report. News tracking is really powerful. So I want you to look at breaking news that may be somewhat relevant to your market. So you take the who, where, when, and let the journalist that you contact know about it. And then you inject the why is important to your market and what the implications are. And this is how you use breaking news story to chiffon traffic and exposure to yourself. So you already make a list of journalists. You already contact a few of them. So continue that process, giving them this news story where you're spin on it, your angle, how it's related to your industry, and what the implications are. So that's a really effective way to drive traffic to your website. I have actually got around 50,000 visitors a day from the new tracking on one of my big websites. And the final day, day 30, you go in to publish the award. Remember, we've been working on the award earlier in the week. Well, today we go in to publish it, and we go in to notify the winning blog with the URL and the path to display. We're very grateful because it's like the ego, and this will really take your site to the next level. So there you go. You got no exclusive lab. This stuff is easy. We just break it down into small tasks, 30 minutes tasks every day, and we are consistent with it. We keep going and going. So come back to this video. In the previous video number 2 of the day 1 to 11, download the PDF and the checklist, link in this description down below. You got to have a look at the spreadsheet, really think about the strategy, and this is really what I've shared in this video and the video number 2, the strategy that proven to work, because they proven to work, they will work for you too. So as long as you're thinking about other people's needs about your own, as long as you're working in service of your niche instead of trying to constantly pitch product or list magnet, that kind of thing. So you think about what you can give before you think about what you can get. That's the key to this thing. Give before you get. So add value before you promote. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there for now. So I hope you found this really useful. I'm going to continue using this on all my new sites. Again, you can download this influential template, the traffic domination, free list building, traffic roadmap, and spreadsheet in the description down below. So hopefully you got some value from this video, and if you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also drop me a comment down below. Let me know if this content was helpful, and with that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm Cardi. Peace.